News Panorama is a TV news magazine program that gives you the story behind the story.
It tells the stories the way they should be told by capturing the larger scale.
It deals with people's deep feelings on issues that, when brought to the fore, ultimately educates, informs and entertains.
News Panorama. Capture the larger scale.
Misinformation in Nigeria, particularly on digital and social media, is causing significant harm to democratic processes, social cohesion and public trust in institutions. It can incite violence, exhibit social division, and undermine public health efforts. Efforts to combat misinformation through literacy, fact-checking, and legal framework are crucial for safeguarding Nigeria's future. These and many more are on our lineup this week. It is a must watch. Welcome and thanks for joining me on the program News Panorama. I am Josephine Efanga. If you have just tuned in, you're watching News Panorama.
News Panorama. Capture the larger scale.
Over the years, there have been consistent efforts by the state government to ensure that road trading is totally stopped, but all seems not to be working as people are still selling on the streets of Calabar. We wonder why. Glory O2 brings details, the report.
Street trading has long served as a lifeline for many residents of Calabar, particularly women, youths, and low-income earners who rely on selling fruits, vegetables, food items, and small household goods to make a living. While the practice adds vibrancy to the city, it has also sparked growing concern among authorities over safety, sanitation, and urban organization. The Special Advisor for General Duties, Barrister Akaba Ekpeyong, explained that the government's primary concerns include traders blocking major roads, causing traffic congestion, and putting themselves at risk. Noting that to address this, Governor Basi Otu approved the construction of a modern fruit arcade at the Botanical Garden, Mary Slessor, and another site near the flour mill traffic lights to accommodate traders from the Calabar metropolis. Despite providing free umbrellas and tables, many vendors have returned to the streets.
I witnessed fruit sellers selling on major roads and obstructing traffic and also endangering their lives because selling on the road where are supposed to be vehicular routes, it's dangerous for the sellers, it's dangerous for even the buyers. So His Excellency, the People First Governor, Senator Basoto, had to come up with an intervention, thereby approving the construction of a new major fruit arcade at where we have the Botanical Garden on Mary Slessor, to enable us to relocate all street food sellers to that location. If you also go to Mobile by highway, MCC specifically, you also witness a challenge and many other points. Witness people selling on the streets, and it also affects our urban beautification policy because Calabar metropolis, it's for me the finest city you can think of in Nigeria, with a master plan. It is the first capital of Nigeria, the cradle of ancient civilization, the best location of our tourist destination is Calabar. So we cannot allow street trading in a city like Calabar because it will not represent what we stand for. It will not also present our true identity as the people's paradise.
Many roadside traders, however, argue that their situation stems from necessity rather than choice. Without the financial means to rent formal shops, they depend on street trading to feed their families, pay rent, and send their children to school.
People around you, not everyone. People around you, not everyone that is transport to go over the program. Actually, since we are not close to the roadside, so the thing does not affect us. We are in a farm.
I like it now, but I have customer here. Now this place where I use I eat now, my husband don't like that. This is where I use.
They stated that they are not opposed to the government's order for the fruit arcade, but they call for more affordable and accessible trading spaces that will not threaten their survival.
Because shop is very expensive and I don't have but instead of me to stay as an idle in the house, I can manage. I stay here because the shop rate, when they give shop rate, and their taxation, everything is just so try to first stay here because the stress of the shop is just too much. Sometimes I go shop cancel. That's why I was other than shop.
While the ban on street trading is meant to ensure safety, sanitation, and order in Calabar, the government has also made efforts to support traders by providing alternatives such as the Fruit Arcade at the Botanical Garden and the site near Flour Mill traffic lights. With free umbrellas, tables, and a highly subsidized fee, the initiative is designed to create a safer and more organized environment for business. However, the challenge remains to encourage more traders to embrace these facilities while balancing their need for affordable and accessible trading spaces. For CRBC News Panorama, Glory Otu reporting.
Our recent statistics has shown a disturbing trend of depression among young people, with many feeling overwhelmed, anxious, and struggling to cope with the pressure of modern life. Over the years, public health data suggests that between 50 to 87% of suicide victims suffered from major depression, while up to 15% of these patients will eventually commit suicide. Faithful Ude brings details the report.
Depression among young people has become a growing concern, with studies showing that 1 in 5 youths experience depression before the age of 18. In a society where academic performance, social expectations, and financial challenges weigh heavily on young minds, the struggle to cope is intensifying. Symptoms such as persistent sadness, loss of interest in activities, and sleep disturbances are becoming alarmingly common, leaving many youths feeling overwhelmed and emotionally drained. The rise of social media has worsened the situation as many students feel pressured to present a perfect online image while comparing themselves to others. Coupled with academic stress and the uncertainty of securing future employment, these factors have created a mental health crisis that is often overlooked. Findings among youth of Calabar Metropolis reveals that young people link much of their depression to academic demands, which leave little room for rest or personal balance. Many students feel that the pressure to excel academically often leads to burnout, loss of motivation, and feelings of failure when expectations are not met.
Depression among students simply means that it's making students in a school, higher institution, whereby they are not academically at least understandable, excellent. They are not just misunderstanding, and it leads them to examination malpractice, leads them to lack of concentration and failure in their field of study.
Respondents also emphasize that social media contribute to anxiety, self-esteem issues. Constant exposure to curated image of perfect life makes many feel inadequate and excluded, fueling loneliness and isolation. Beyond social pressure, some highlighted that economic challenges, especially the lack of job opportunities, play a significant role.
Specialists should support individuals that are going through depression, especially students, so that academically they will perform very well.
Others stress the urgent need for increased awareness, mental health support system, and open conversations to reduce stigma. They believe that creating more job opportunities, providing counseling programs in school, and promoting healthier social media habits would go a long way.
Job employment or provision of job opportunities can help to reduce depression in youth, because when there is high level of job opportunities in Nigeria, youths can get money to provide what they want and they will not be depressed in any part.
Depression among youth and students is a growing concern driven by academic pressure, social media stress, and financial challenges. Respondents believe that creating awareness, providing mental health support, and offering job opportunities are key steps towards reducing this burden. With collective efforts and open conversations, young people can be better supported to overcome these struggles. For CRBC News Panorama, Favor Ude reporting.
The rise of social media influencers, also known as citizen journalism, has created a complex web of effect impacting various aspects of the society, from consumers' behavior and mental health to marketing strategies and even spread of information. While influencers can offer positive impacts like building supportive community and promotion of ethical value, they can also contribute to negative consequences such as spread of misinformation and unrealistic beauty standards and social comparison. Emmanuela Bankong brings details of the report.
In recent years, social media has become one of the most powerful tools for communication, entertainment, and information sharing. However, the same platforms that connect millions of users globally have also become breeding grounds for fake news and misinformation. Social media influencers, individuals with large followings and the power to shape opinions, have knowingly or unknowingly contributed to the rapid spread of false information. The rise of influencer marketing has made influencers trusted voices among their followers. This trust often makes audiences accept information shared by influencers without verification, from unverified health tips to misleading political updates. The spread of misinformation can have serious consequences, including public panic, damage to reputations, and even threats to public safety. Some residents who spoke on the issue believe that influencers should be held accountable for spreading unverified information. According to them, influencers need to realize that they have a responsibility to their followers. When they share false news, it spreads faster than the truth and can mislead thousands of people.
All of them, they are doing this thing to get followers.
Okay.
And especially in TikTok, they actually get paid sometimes. So news can be spread, and it's not good though, but it's not actually something that they should be held accountable for it.
I think they should be held accountable for it, but first of all, influencers and individuals spreading news online should be mindful of what the news they bring to people is said online, because it can cause a lot of damages to the audience, like misinformation spread. False information can have consequences like confusion, harm, or poor decision making.
Some recounted their experiences with fake news firsthand on social media, stating that it caused a lot of unnecessary panic among those who came across the news.
Purple Speed is dead while she was still alive. I heard that she got married to another person while she was still dating Crystal. I also heard that this person was dead but is alive.
When asked how responsible influencing can be promoted, another respondent suggested stricter guidelines and awareness that said influencers are to verify information before posting.
Social media influencers or citizen journalists should be able to adhere to rules and regulations before posting and getting information from sources. That is, before posting information, they should obey rules and regulations of social media, because social media platform was not just created without rules and regulations. They should obey the fact that people's lives can be at risk if they get information from wrong sources and post them.
For me, that is extremely needed, because some influencers, if they do not go on their information, if they do not go through their information and verify it, they might end up spreading fake news, and with that, it might cause ruckus around people, arguments needed at all. So they should go deep into the information they are planning to share, or any life story, depending on maybe someone popular to people, just to make their fans, which will not work well. They should go deep into the stories, or if that does not work for them, they should go through different things, information, get the historical information, which will help.
Persons should be reliable in their information, and they should post information that is necessary. We don't need all this kind of information that we sit and read at the end of the day without actually using it. So we need reliable information, we need good information that we can pass from one person to another that can help us in this country, because all we need now, we need help in this country. So if you have any information that is very good, you can post it online for users to make use of it.
While social media remains a vital tool for information and connection, the responsibility of ensuring accuracy cannot be overlooked. Influencers with their wide reach must be held to higher standards of accountability, promoting digital literacy, encouraging fact-checking, and enforcing stricter regulations can help curb the spread of misinformation and foster a healthier online space. For CRBC News Panorama, Emanuela Bankong reporting.
Research has shown that the cost of living in 2025 has risen drastically, with food prices and goods being doubled. High cost of transportation and rents also raised on a daily basis. People attribute the rising cost to unstable exchange rates, high taxation, poor industrialization, and product costs. Many residents are struggling to afford their needs, especially food. They appeal to the state government and federal government to look into the situation. Victoria Item was on the streets of Calabar to express people's opinion. The report.
The cost of living in 2025 has reached unprecedented levels, with statistics showing a sharp increase across essential goods and services. According to recent data, food inflation hit a record high of 33% this month alone, while the prices of staple goods like rice, beans, and gari have doubled compared to the previous years. Transportation costs have surged by over 40% due to rising fuel prices, and rent in urban centers, including Calabar Metropolis, has increased by 25% in the last 6 months. Economists warn that if urgent measures are not implemented, the situation may worsen before the year ends. The key drivers of this inflation include unstable exchange rates, increased taxation, poor industrialization, and rising production costs. Families, students, and workers are finding it increasingly difficult to meet daily needs as household incomes are being stretched to their limits. Some residents express deep frustration over the rising cost of living, stressing that it has become increasingly difficult to survive. Some went further to lament the feeding has become a daily struggle because the price of food changes constantly.
Government should reduce tax and while focusing on local industries and the welfare and provide subsidies. The economy, I don't even know what the economy is. Things like transportation, stuff like that. I don't know that for the
When asked what the government can do to address the crisis, several respondents called for immediate interventions. Mr. August, a local businessman, suggested that the government should reduce taxes and provide subsidies on essential goods, while also focusing on supporting local industries to create jobs and reduce overdependence on imports. Similarly, others said the government needs to stabilize the exchange rate and invest in agriculture, noting that food is the biggest problem and if local farmers are supported, prices can come down.
There are so many things, we don't really need to get to a particular thing that the government can do. There are so many things, right? I advise the government to do themselves. Also, living to reduce the rate of poverty first, create job opportunities. Yeah, I advise the government to do. One is security first. If the government try by all means to tackle security, like for example now what is happening in the north, in Benue State, other parts of the country where insurgents are killing farmers. Farmers are even afraid to go to their farms and work because of fear.
The cost of living is a pressing issue that affects everyone regardless of social class. A collective effort by the government, private sector, and individuals is necessary to stabilize the economy, create job opportunities, and make essential goods affordable. With proper planning, economic reform, and support for local industries, the rising cost of living can be controlled, allowing people to live with dignity and security. For CRBC News Panorama, Victoria Item reporting.
That is all we have on our lineup this week. We hope to be back same time next week. Do keep a date with us. I am Josephine Efanga. For updates and engagement, follow us on our official social media platform, Facebook at CRBCX, formerly Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at CRBC Online, YouTube at CRBC New Media, WhatsApp on 090-377-87474. Again, 090-377-87474. We look forward to connecting with you.